Hello and welcome. I'm Nate442 and in this video I'm just going to show you my current server configuration and talk about a couple of things that I have going on at the moment. As you probably have known, the channel has not really been the same since I moved out, and that's because I've got so much stuff to do now. I've got so much more stuff to sort out. So we have a server in this cupboard. You can hear that it's not really too loud with the door closed. I normally do keep the door open a little bit, but you'll hear in a second why it's not favourable. There you go. Okay, so this is the cupboard where the server is, and there it is. So this is the current server setup. I got a lot of help with getting some of this stuff. So the server down here, this is the HP DL380. Underneath that I've got UPS, which is a uninterruptible power supply. The battery's out of that at the moment. There's no front face to it either, but I would like to get a front face for it at some point, because it would be good to have with the server, and currently the server only has one of its two power supplies plugged in, which is not great. So if we step into the cupboard, I'll just do it for a second here. There you go. You can see that it is a bit loud in here. I'm trying to sort out the mod for the server so that it actually turns it down a little bit. But if I was to turn the server off, it does actually it's pretty much silent in here. The fan on this this little switch here is actually pretty quiet. So I managed to pick this up. Apparently it's quite a popular one in this in the home lab kind of area. Oh, and I've not actually screwed it in correctly. Bit of a gap there, but that's fine. So this is an Aruba S2500. It's a 24 port with PoE and also two full-time SFP slots, but you can also include the extra two over here. I have a spare one down here which I'm giving to a friend in exchange for some cameras which are outside. At the top we have the power plugs, so that's all kind of neat, and eventually I'm going to probably rearrange this to make it a bit neater. I'll put a shelf underneath this just to catch any cables that can go down the back, and also make it look nice. Then there will be this. I'll have another, just a normal shelf underneath this to catch cables that go behind, but then underneath that will be a patch panel, and I have a patch panel over here. There's a patch panel, and that's going to go in. That's only this one is just a normal patch panel that takes. Actually, it's an abnormal patch panel, because what it does is that flow. Okay, yeah, so it takes Ethernet ports and turns them into Ethernet ports. It's mainly just a way to neaten up the server rack, which I'm hopefully going to do. So yeah, as you can expect, it gets a bit warm in here. It's coming into summer now as well, so this will probably start screaming a bit louder, which is just perfect. But what I'm hoping to do is maybe put like a hole in the back wall at the bottom there, and then have it vent out into the main room, because essentially what we have here is a heater that could potentially be cheaper than gas at some point in the near future, by the looks of it. Just to get a close-up of the level that's there. Now, the power supply is not plugged in. This isn't the final configuration, obviously, because I've got loads of things just like sitting around and stuff, and it's not great. But yeah, I need to get a switch. This needs to go. I have a cable that will come in and will go to the ceiling upstairs, at the top of the stairs, and that will have a wireless access point, or a WAP, and that is my plan for this. I don't I don't know if anyone has any suggestions, other than obviously the standard ones of what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a separate wireless access point. I'm going to get a router. I think I'll probably get the Ubiquiti Dream Machine Pro, so I can stick it in the rack. and then that'll look quite nice as well. This rack is probably a bit too big. It's a bit overkill. The whole server and everything is a bit overkill, really. But you know, it's all fun. You guys gotta have his hobbies and all that. The cameras. So I got the cameras here. I'm recording this on my phone at the moment, actually, so I'm not using my proper camera. But I mean, it looks okay for me, to be honest. I think it looks okay. These are the cameras, big metal cameras. Oh no, that's not good. There we go. So this is the camera. It's a Zavik camera. I traded 3 of these for the other switch in there, which I think is pretty good. Should be a good idea. Should be a good price or whatever. This comes with this cable here, which allows you to plug in PoE, power over Ethernet, to power and run this entire thing. So all I've got to do is run Ethernet cables to wherever I want to put the cameras, and then they are set in for the long run. And that'll be good. Eventually, maybe, if possible, I don't know if it's possible or not, but we'll find out. I might put the server rack in the shed, which is not there yet, but it will be at the end of the garden, which is, oh god, it's a state. So, yeah, so as you can see, a lot going on, a lot to think about, and I am just really trying to get everything together. As you can see, I've got my SLA 3D printer in here in a box. I mean, that's all going to be part of a shed build at some point. I've got some shelving and stuff to go in there and everything. I've just not got the shed, and I've not laid the foundation yet. So that is the big problem there. But you know, time's ticking on, and we're moving forwards very slowly. And yeah, it's all good fun. So that's the main thing. If you guys want to know anything about the server build that I currently have, it is hosting websites at the moment. I do have the reverse proxy set up on Nginx, and also the certificate fetching and all that kind of stuff, all that good stuff is happening, which means well, it's doesn't really mean anything, but it's good to see, and it's yeah, it is good. There's a couple of things that I'm going to show anyway, so I'll do them in the next couple of videos probably when it comes to this. I probably will have a few more things to 3D print, so I'll probably have a few more 3D print videos coming up soon. But mostly I can do the 3D printing stuff once everything else is set in place and I have a consistent work environment, because then I can worry about other things and kind of projects and stuff like that. This in itself is a project, so I mean that is something. I've not really taken much video of it so far, but I am also planning to switch over to Linux at some point soon. Manjaro is the one I'm going for. Spoiler alert. Because I've run Linux before for probably 4, maybe 5 months. I ran Arch Linux, which was a system that I built myself, and one day it just kind of failed, and then I went back to Windows, because it was dual booting anyway, so I can just switch back anytime. But yeah, that's it for me for today. A lot going on. Don't forget to subscribe. Know what you think in the comments below, and I will speak to you next time.